Hello everyone. It's 9:45. I'm TK and this is Coach on the Rocks. As always, I'm here with you every morning. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. So today I wanted to talk about something that I've recently observed, and I've read some interesting articles in the Wall Street Journal and the Inc. magazine confirming actually what I've observed. And it's about the fact that slowly and inconspicuously, it seems like diversity and inclusion goals have been disappearing from the company's plans, goals, and communications. Um, and you can see it in various places all around the world, especially like Fortune 100 companies. And you might be wondering, oh, is DE&I dead? I don't think it is, but there's a symptom of something else, which I would call change fatigue and weaponization. Let me talk about it some more. So, I do believe that these companies are focusing on diversity inclusion still. And you know me, I've spoken about it multiple times. I'm very passionate about this topic and how it is important to champion it. But I have to acknowledge, as a change expert myself, that you can't always really beat the same tune and expect people to react the same way. They'll get used to it and they'll get used to the language, they'll get tired, and there's so many things that will happen. We have seen it all across multiple possible change initiatives. I don't want to say fashions, but this applies there too, and the cycle is even more seen. Obviously, diversity and inclusion isn't and shouldn't be a fashion, it's more than that. But the thing is, one has to acknowledge the fact that people slowly got desensitized to the language in companies, but also in the wider public discourse. And, it's interesting to see how even our media and our content, movies are changing based on that. There's also a shift there, which you might want to observe. And I think the challenge here is many people have been using the language, this particular message, in a way that was weaponized, which is using it either as a sword or a shield. And is basically saying and using these terms to push people into doing certain things because DE&I demands it. AI will demand it. Agile is demanding it. So many lean, total quality management, so many things have been used in this fashion. And it's not helpful. It's not helpful because people get desensitized. People think, hold on a minute, enough is enough. I don't want to hear about it anymore. And they start to raise their heads in terms of pushback, which is clearly seen for DE&I, and it's seen across all these things that I've mentioned. So again, there is a war of attrition. Again, weaponization and war, right? This metaphor. So I would like to encourage you to do something different. Instead of weaponizing, start normalizing. What does it mean, TK? Well, it means that instead of saying, oh, we need to do these things, say that this is just the normal way of doing things now. This is the way we work. I don't need to use these fancy terms. It's just a part of our organizational culture. It's just a part of the way we do things, right? Okay, well, previously we've called it that, fine. But now, we've obviously it works. There's no need to talk about it. Let's just do it. And that's the important thing. Normalize it. Make it a part of the normal culture. Don't talk about it as if it is something that you need to fight for. Just accept it for a norm. And if people will see this behavior, they will say, okay, well, I guess it's the norm now. And it's just easier to get this change normalized throughout the organization. So many concepts and so many practitioners of change have missed this moment where, it's been proven you don't need to prove yourself anymore. Just normalize it. But there's a reason for that. The reason is consultants and consultancies. I'm a consultant, so I know. This wonderful term, like, a DE&I, sales because I have a D&I problem. I need to hire a D&I consultant. Every second sentence they mention the term because it's their job. This is their value add. And, I also am a leadership coach and I will mention leadership because it is important. Upon reflection, maybe now that I think about it, maybe I should take my own advice and normalize it a bit more, right? So whenever you hear someone really overusing the term, you will know you will get pushback. It's not that they're not right. It's not that, you don't need to make sure that these things are included. But if people get tired, if there's fatigue that outpaces the normalization of the concepts, of the way of work, of the culture, yeah, that's when things get challenging. So make sure it's normalized, and again, normalize instead of weaponizing. Hopefully you found this helpful. I will see you again at 9:45 tomorrow for the next episode of Coach on the Rocks. Bye bye. Where's the button? Oh, see, there you go. Sometimes I press the wrong buttons and this happens. It's just important to make sure that you've always got the buttons that you need underneath in the place you expect them, because sometimes it's important to be in contact with you wonderful viewers and not the buttons. But I should work right now. Cheers.